What's going on, everybody? Today we are in Old Town Alexandria, checking out a fully renovated 4-bed, 3.5 bath house. You're also just a couple blocks away to all the restaurants and shops on King Street. You have a parking spot in the back as well as a private patio. You're less than a mile to the King Street Metro, less than 10 blocks to the Old Town Alexandria waterfront. And this is a pretty big house by Old Town standards. So I'm pretty excited about this one. And that being said, let's head outside and get this tour started.
So this one is at the end of the row here and has approximately 2151 square feet of living space, plus an unfinished basement, perfect for storage, or even turning it into a future man cave. It's currently listed at $1,595,000 with Yaya Yassini of BNI Realty. The property was fully renovated around 2022, recently appraised for over $1.6 million, and the seller is motivated. So let's jump into the tour, and if you have any questions or would like to schedule a private showing for this home, or any others around the Northern Virginia, DC area in any price range, reach out to my team and I below, and we would love to assist you.
All right, let's get this tour started. Let me back up here so you can see where we came in from. So you do have some street parking in the front. There is a parking spot in the back, a designated spot, but obviously it's nice to have that zoned street parking there. And we got nice wood floors throughout this house, pretty tall ceilings, got the recessed light, got the fireplace here, super cool fireplace, nice big TV right there. And we'll make our way around. So we actually have 4 bedrooms upstairs, which is like really good by Old Town Alexandria standards. That's kind of tough to find. This would be the dining room right here, and we do have the end unit, so you get a little bit more privacy, I guess you could say. One thing to know about this house as well is that it does have an HOA, so there's about 20 or so of these homes that are newer construction, 1980s construction, but they do have an HOA, so you probably wouldn't not be able to do, there's the basement, which we'll check out at the end. But as far as Airbnb, you probably would not be allowed to do that. But that is one good thing about an HOA is that, you won't have any neighbors doing Airbnb. This house was rented out long-term, like a long-term, 6-12 month kind of lease. So we got the modern kitchen here, and it's nice and open. Got our quartz island here with a giant sink. Let me open this refrigerator. So we got the modern white and tan cabinets here. Our Subway style backsplash with our cooktop. And a little background on this property: it was bought in 2021 off market. And I think the house, there was no photos, obviously it was off market, but I think the house needed a lot of work, and then this owner spent a lot of money renovating it. There's stove and microwave here. Give you a view from this angle. And this is interesting. We do have like a little side entrance right here. So we have an alleyway. So it's not fully attached right here. Behind me, it is attached, but I guess you could say it's semi-attached on this side. And then across the street is a church. So we have some more space right here. We got this area, this huge shelf, I guess you could call it. What would you put on this shelf right here, or this area right there? And as far as the comps in this neighborhood in Old Town Alexandria, so like I mentioned, a 4-bed, 3.5 bath row house that's over 2,000 square feet. Those are usually selling for a pretty high price point. A lot of these are like 3 bedrooms, and then 1 bedroom might be tiny. But as far as the square footage goes, not even counting all the bedrooms and bathrooms, you're looking at anywhere from like 1.2 to 2 million with a median price of about 1.6. which is right where this one is priced at. So it's kind of priced right around where these typically sell for. Got a powder room on the main level. And another selling point about this house is that it does have a parking spot. So we have a patio. First of all, we got a nice little patio here. You can put some furniture out. Got a pretty tall fence. And then we do have a designated parking spot. So it's space number 30. Let me just show you what the neighborhood looks like. All these old, nice, restored homes. Oh, so it is this space right here. That's space number 30. So you'd get that space. You can see the neighborhood here. And then the church across the street. And then kind of like a cut through right there. And then, like I said, you're just a few blocks to King Street. And in this HOA, there's really only about like 20 or so of these houses, and they don't really like sell that often. I think it's really only about one per year. And this one obviously is a lot bigger and more bedrooms and bathrooms than most. But that is it for the first level. Let me give you another look at this kitchen. So gorgeous kitchen, open concept. Can't wait to check out this this basement. They called it a man cave storage area, but there is an entrance from the front, so it can't be too dungeony. But let's head upstairs and check out these 4 beds and 3 baths. Hey, what's up? It's Jeff again. So if you guys have any questions or would like to set up a showing for this house or any homes in any price range around the Northern Virginia, DC area, just reach out to my team and I below, and we would love to assist you. And also be sure to sign up for my Northern Virginia weekly email newsletter. In the link below, we go over market updates, different houses, and helpful things like that. Even if you're like 6 or 12 months away, it's still good to keep updated with this crazy market. All right. So where do we start? Let me just turn you around so you can see where we walked up from. We'll start all the way back here, and we got this cool little ledge. What would you do with this space right here? Interesting little area. So I believe this is actually the primary. Look how tall these ceilings are. These are giant ceilings here. And we got the wood floors up here as well. Back up a little bit. So super tall ceilings. Yeah, this is the primary. We got the 2 sinks, which I like. We got our renovated shower here, and we got the nice tile floor as well. So we still got to check out the closet, of course. All right, not bad for Old Town. Make our way around. Like I said, tell me what you would do with this space right here. And like I mentioned, you wouldn't be able to do Airbnb, but you could still rent it out, long-term kind of rental. I mean, obviously check with the HOA on anything, but I believe that's what they did. So got a pretty good closet. So this would be bedroom number 2. And actually, let me just show you, so you can see how close you are to everything. And this would be a good, bedroom, office. It's definitely bigger than some bedrooms in Old Town. And we got our modern Jack and Jill set up here. This is nice. We got the bathtub. So a lot of these row houses only have like 1.5 bathrooms, sometimes 1 bathroom, 2 bathrooms. So 3.5 bathrooms is like probably the most I've seen in a while. This room is a bit smaller, but still definitely like a legal bedroom, you know, in terms of size. And you can see your neighbor's house, so you're like kind of attached, but not really. Like on this side, you're not really attached. It's really just in the back of the house for a certain area. All right, we got our laundry upstairs, got our Samsung shelves. And this could also be a primary suite. You know, you have like 2 primary suites and then the shared Jack and Jill. So if you want to be at the back of the house away from the main street, you can use this one. This room I think is probably a little bit smaller than that first primary we looked at. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit smaller, but not bad. We got the modern bathroom here. So these ones just have the shower, and then the Jack and Jill obviously has the bathtub. And we still have to check out this basement man cave storage area that they called it. It looked a little small for me, but I'll do my best. So we'll go down there and we'll head out to the street as well, just so I can give you like a street view after we see the basement. Hey, what's up? It's Jeff again. So tell me what you're thinking so far about the house as we head down to the basement and also check out the street. Tell me what you think of my hat. It's kind of cold inside, outside, and Allied Title just sent me this hat. They're an Old Town Alexandria title company that we use quite a bit, and they do an excellent job. And as always, if you guys have any questions about this house or any other homes in the Northern Virginia, DC area, reach out to my team and I below, and we would love to assist you. All right, here we go. Let's see what the space is like. Got dug down a little bit here. Interesting. Okay, so they have some type of like weatherproofing stripping up there, and then obviously this is just more like unfinished type of space, but yeah, it could be good for storage. You know, you want to make sure nothing's like coming in through that door, but I would say it definitely has like some potential, you know, at the very least storage. But if you're not standing up the whole time, you know, maybe put some couches down here, do some type of like semi-finished man cave like they were talking about, or, you know, go on Reddit, ask people what you should do. But you get some pretty good ideas. All right, let's head upstairs, and I'm just gonna show you the street so you can get a good idea of the neighborhood or where you are in Old Town. All right, so here's the street. Got a church right here, townhomes. There's a development going on a couple blocks away, but you know, you're walking distance to restaurants and shops, the waterfront, the metro. So let me know what you think, and definitely reach out if you have any questions or interest.